Dave Buca. I'm the Chief Deputy and the Public Information Officer for the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. On behalf of the Monroe County Sheriff Troy Goodenough, City of Monroe Police Chief Charles McCormick, Monroe County Prosecutor Monroe, City of Monroe Police Captain John Wall, we thank you for attending this news conference today. The purpose of this news conference is to share information regarding the investigation into the shooting which occurred on February 1st in Frenchtown Township. At this time, I'll turn the podium over to Sheriff Goodenough.
Thank you. I want to start by thanking everyone for coming out this afternoon. We value our partnership with the media. Members of the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and the Monroe City Police Department came together in a joint effort at the onset of this tragic event. Since the first call for help to 911, our team has worked tirelessly to process the scene, collect evidence, and follow up on numerous investigative leads. Rest assured, we will not let off the clutch until the individuals who were involved in this heinous crime and who continue to wreak havoc on our community are brought to justice and held accountable for their actions. The cowards responsible for this incident fired 13 rounds into a car occupied by 6 helpless individuals of our community who range in age from 20 to 5. This incident leaves an 18-year-old female clinging to life in a local hospital and a 17-year-old female recovering from a flesh wound. 2 20-year-old females, a 12-year-old boy, and a 5-year-old child continue to suffer emotional stress due to this crime. We are seeking the public's help in locating 2 armed and dangerous individuals of interest for questioning related to this heinous crime, which occurred in the busiest intersection of Monroe County in Frenchtown Township on Monday, February 21st at approximately 10:15 p.m. Those of us responsible for protecting our citizens of Monroe County and individuals who visit our community will not allow or tolerate the continuation of criminal activity that threatens the peace and tranquility of our community. On display to my right is a photograph of the individuals as well as the bullet-riddled vehicle that they preyed upon the night of February 1st. Following this press conference, a packet of information will be emailed to each of you containing the information displayed here, as well as additional intelligence. In addition to the agencies present today, we continue to receive assistance from the Michigan State Police and Mantis, which is the Monroe Area Narcotics Team Investigation Services. We ask that anyone with information about the case or the location of the cowards listed on this board, please call 734-240-7572. And I'm going to turn the podium over to Chief McCormick of the Monroe City Police. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Charles McCormick, Chief of Police with the City of Monroe. Just wanted to assure the Sheriff, since the night of the event, that he's had full support from the City of Monroe, whether it's through our investigators or intelligence we may have on these individuals. And again, that we are asking the public to assist us. We certainly want to consider them extremely, that they are armed and dangerous, and help us get these individuals into custody and get them off the streets of this community. Thank you.
I'm Michael Monroe, Monroe County Prosecutor. I would just like to add 3 quick points. First of all, the Prosecutor's Office in Monroe County is certainly supportive of the Monroe County Sheriff and the Monroe City Police Department, all the other law enforcement agencies involved in this investigation. Secondly, I'd like to say that we all appreciate the fact that it was a minor miracle that no one else was injured when 13 rounds were fired at close range into a vehicle that contained 6 people, including 2 children. So the level of violence here is very disturbing. And thirdly, I would say that what else is disturbing about this is the fact that it does not seem to be confined to Monroe County. I believe hours after the shooting up in Detroit, being investigated by the Detroit Police Department, I believe, that involved a house being shot at multiple times. The home was owned by a relative of one of the people involved in this incident. So we have very real emerging concerns that this violence is expanding, and we're hopeful that the situation can be resolved without further bloodshed.
Hi. At this time, we'd like to open up for questions if you have any.
What can you tell us about a possible motive?
At this time, we're not going to relinquish a possible motive, obviously, for various reasons. We don't want to, we're going to share as much information we can possibly share with you folks. However, we have to be cognizant that we don't want to jeopardize the case for bringing the individuals to justice for this crime.
These victims in the car, did they know they're shooters? What do you have on that?
I'll put it this way, they were acquaintances.
Mantis, please explain what they are and what they do and why they're involved with this case.
Mantis is the Monroe Area Narcotics Investigation Team. They're a concept team that involves officers from the Michigan State Police, the Sheriff's Office, and the Monroe City Police, and they're involved in this case just because they bring investigative tools and resources. They're familiar with the people of our community who sometimes don't always follow the law.
So with respect to Detroit, it started in Detroit. I'm not sure I haven't followed the story, so excuse my ignorance.
No problem, no sir. The incident, as I said, started Monday evening. Within 3 to 4 hours after the incident at Stewart and Telegraph, there was a house in the city of Detroit that sustained gunfire, bullets, and Detroit is working collaboratively with our team, and we do feel there's a nexus in those two incidents.
Do you know where that happened in Detroit?
I do not.
You mentioned they continue to wreak havoc on the community. Is there something else that happened since then, or?
There's some other things that are taking place, but again, we don't want to get into too much detail of that. We don't want to cause further issues.
Fugitive task force been called on this, on these two gentlemen?
Not yet. Yes, sir.
Where are these guys from? These two guys right here.
These two guys right now, if I'm correct, Chief, they reside in the various addresses that they use, but I think the last was.
Both of them have been residents of the city of Monroe.
Okay.
Were they in another vehicle, or were there more than one vehicle? Was there more than one vehicle involved?
There was at least one vehicle involved with the offenders, and we have recovered that vehicle, yes.
What led you to these guys being named?
Information that the detectives had developed through their investigative tips and things of that nature.
As you alluded to earlier, it could have been worse. That car was packed with 6 people, young people, children, and when you said 13 shots fired and only one person was seriously injured, another person was grazed. I mean, this could have been a really terrible situation.
It's a tragedy regardless of the number of victims. So as you said, there could have obviously been significant more.
And my understanding is that this happened in a really busy intersection, right?
The busiest intersection in Monroe County.
The 18-year-old who you said is clinging to life, what is the current status on her? What have you heard from the family?
She's critical. Okay? Thank you for your time.